One. Hey everybody, I'm Jan Scott here again with another Jan Scott Live. This time about our homeless. Our homeless are not homeless. They are drug addicts who are forced onto the street because of their addiction. That is the misinformation that is put out by the city, by these people right here. This is your Boulder City Council. So they have all these homeless initiatives. They spend millions of dollars every year uh, to try to have housing first. But these people, they don't want housing first, okay? They don't care about housing. They care about one thing, getting drugs. Boulder has had a drug addict situation on our streets since around 1970. Okay, it's been the same since then. It has never changed. The idea that these people are poor, homeless people is nonsense. Okay, these are all meth heads, drug addicts. Here's a meth head right there. There's a meth head. These people are all addicts. They all live on the street and they die on the street. This is them. Okay, that's where they live. They turn into this guy who goes around and tries to beat people to death. Uh, Here they are shooting up dope, no, taking more drugs. So the idea that these are poor homeless people, they're tech workers out of work who ended up on the street is complete and total utter nonsense. Um, they are, you try to help them, you try to say, oh, let's move them into a nice place to live. They don't want a nice place to live. All they want is dope. Okay. And people go over and try to, maybe we could invite them over to our house, but they are not Boy Scouts. These are the Eagle Scouts on today's front page. These homeless people are not, they're not Boy Scouts. Here's a memorial for all the dead junkies, 14 a year. What is this? Help the homeless? No, they are drug addicts and they are dying on our streets from drugs, and we're not doing one thing to solve the drug addiction problem. Okay, so they are not Eagle Scouts. Wait, oh no, the Eagles. They were mostly drug addicts. They are not Eagle Scouts, okay? They are drug addicts whose primary purpose in their life is to get more dope. They steal your bike, rob your homes, beat you up, knife the cops, do home invasions. Okay, because they're crazy meth heads. They're drug addicts. They're all drug addicts and they use alcohol and they use drugs. The problem is the drugs, stupid. And these people are so dumb, they will not address the issue of drug addiction, not one bit. Will they listen to anybody? No. You know, they're really stupid. And they enable all these people to live and die on the streets. They send the cops in. Let's clean up the camps. Well, they're homeless. No, they're drug addicts. If they got off drugs and alcohol, they would re-enter the mainstream of society. Okay, don't get on there to try to invite them to your house, but they're not Boy Scouts. Okay, they're this guy, all of them. As I've said many times before, you have to use something like step 13. You've got to force them into sobriety. You can clean them off your streets. Boulder can clean these people off the streets. But what do? No, they let them shoot dope on the Pearl Street Mall, in our parks, at the library, and endanger everyone's life. And this is their fault. Boulder City Council. Why is it their fault? Because they're too stupid. They really are. They're really dumb. They just don't know. And they're clueless. And then they hire people who are even more clueless, like the district attorney, clueless. You have, what is it called? Mental health partners, completely clueless. They don't help these people, not one bit. And then we end up with this once a year. The poor homeless died from expo. No, they didn't. They died from drugs. They died from this stuff right here. Will Boulder ever smarten up? I don't know. I keep banging the drum all day. I love this town. We are rich and we are stupid, and we 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 really are. Okay.